Well, there it is behind us. If it is allowed to be completed, it'll be the largest abortion clinic in the world. Not outside the Eastern Hemisphere, in the world. Where is it located? Right here in Houston, Texas. 78,000 square feet, the property of Planned Parenthood, what they're labeling as their new flagship. We're on location today, everybody. I'm Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani. Welcome back to RagingElephants.org. I'm so happy that you're joining us once again. Why do we bring you here to the 78,000 square foot facility, if completed, of Planned Parenthood? To draw attention to the fact that African American children are being genocide, slaughtered right here in Houston, Texas. Last year, by their very own records, it is noted that Planned Parenthood, an estimate, 21,000 children aborted, 7,000 plus African American. We have to do something about this because the primary supporters of this genocide are the Democratic Party and namely members of the Congressional Black Caucus. You have heard me say time and time again that Houston, Texas is going to be the epicenter for a conservative resurgence here in America, here in Texas. And we have to be on the forefront right here in Houston to bring this issue to the black community. Planned Parenthood, very strategically and politically smart. They've placed this proposed facility in what we call here in Houston super neighborhoods. At the cross section of 4 super neighborhoods, 3 Hispanic, 1 African American. Just over here on my left, University of Houston, and a little bit further from that campus, Texas Southern University. This is prime real estate, and it's a prime place for Planned Parenthood to get more business. I want to talk to you about this today because many African Americans, especially African American Christians, aren't aware of the genocide that's happening to their children. Since 1973, Roe v. Wade, 17 million African American children have been murdered in America, and I said murdered. 7,000 plus right here in Houston. They only take up about 13 to 15% of the population, African Americans do, but suffer almost 40% of the abortions. And who's the prime facilitators of this? Members of the Congressional Black Caucus and black elected officials all over the US of A. We as conservatives, we as Christians, we as Republicans, we need leadership to bring this message to the African American community and to primarily African American pastors. We need to go into the black churches and black pastors, the real leaders of the community, and say, when are you going to stop allowing Democratic candidates to come into your pulpits, black elected officials, and talk about being Christians and asking for your money and your support and your vote, and the very people they are sworn to protect, they are being facilitators of their actual killing. We've entitled this vlog, Hitler's Henchmen here in Houston, because the truth of the matter is, what's happening right here in Houston, Texas is a lot worse than what Hitler and Stalin ever did during World War II. It's an unknown, invisible slaughter. And African American pastors are allowing it to happen by allowing African American elected officials to continue to perpetrate this slaughter right here in Houston, Texas. Al Green, Congressman, Congressional District 9, took $5,000 from Planned Parenthood in his initial congressional campaign to get it off the ground. And the vast majority of members of the Congressional Black Caucus are endorsed by Planned Parenthood. Our 44th president, the first black president of this country, is the first candidate ever endorsed by Planned Parenthood. They are facilitators of the killing of our black children. The Democratic Party, the party of steal, kill, and destroy. And it's time for somebody to take the leadership, to take this message to the black churches, to the black pastors, and say, are you aware that the folks that you are supporting, that you are endorsing, are actually killing our children, actually killing our communities? Yes, the Democratic Party, the party of steal, kill, and destroy. We need to be vociferous and bold. Challenge black ministers to leave the Democratic Party, to stop voting for people, endorsing people, giving financial support to candidates simply because of their skin color. And that's why they're doing it. They don't, I'm saying black Christians and black pastors, they don't agree with what could be happening right here behind my right shoulder. all the black children that are going to be killed. They don't agree with that. If you were to ask them one by one, they're going to say they're against abortion, yet they continue to support black candidates that are in favor of abortion. It's time to stop. We need to challenge them. And it's time for us to tell them, leave the Democratic Party and come to the party, and I say the Republican Party, that stands for life and life more abundantly. I also challenge our Republican elected officials, both those that are in Congress, those in our state houses, and those who are party leaders. Where is your voice on this? Right here in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, in the state of Texas, I challenge our Republican elected officials to challenge African American pastors and leaders and say, stop the genocide. And now I'm going to ask you to support RagingElephants.org. Go to our website, click on that donate button, because if you agree with me that this message, this challenge has to be brought to the communities of color, then we're going to need your financial support to get this out there. Right there on that homepage, you hear our Obama ad. Listen to it. That ad needs to be aired on black radio, black Christian radio, all over Houston, all over the state of Texas, all over the US of A. They need to hear our president's voice saying he stands with Planned Parenthood and the genocide of black children. And then black voters are going to have to make a decision. Do you stand for the killing of your children, or do you stand for the life and the prosperity of your children? Republican officials are going to have to stand up and tell black folks, come home where you belong in the first place. And here's something else that needs to be done. What needs to be done is RagingElephants.org taking the lead. RagingElephants.org going into the black community, into the black churches, and making this information known to them. And here's something else needs to be done. You take this video, the link to it, and spread it to all your friends. Let's get this video going viral. Take this link and spread it to all your African American friends, all your Christian friends. Tell them to go to our YouTube channel and look at this video, get the facts. Go to our website where we're leading America's second emancipation. If no one else will take the lead, I'm here to pledge to you that RagingElephants.org will take the lead. We will stand up against Hitler's 21st century henchmen right here in Houston, Texas. We will hold our elected officials, black, Democrat, Republican, or otherwise, accountable for the genocide that continues. It's time to fight, and it's time for you to support RagingElephants.org. Thank you for your attention. I'm Apostle Claver T. Kamau-Imani.